My TV 53 News at 8:30 is digging deeper right now.
Thanks so much for joining us here on My TV 53 News at 8:30 as we are digging deeper this evening with Dennis Thomas. And he is all about the ears, audio, and he's joining us from his Fresno office. Dennis, thank you for joining us today.
Hey, it's my pleasure.
So we're going to talk a little bit about a new Apple study, which was just published. It's regarding noise exposure risks. So I want to talk all about that in just a second, but give us your background working with the ears.
Yes, I've been in the, I'm a board certified hearing instrument specialist, so specialized in fitting, maintaining hearing aids and getting patients accustomed to wearing them and follow up and service on them. Been at it for close to 38 years now. Grew up in it with my family and just carrying on to tradition from there, and just having the gift of being able to help people.
Talk a little bit about some of your experience with your customers here in Central California regarding this new study.
Well, it's kind of old news for me, but so I don't really have anything that has to do with study. I think it's more about public awareness and really understanding what can potentially cause problems with the hearing. I think it's great. Any exposure towards that and preserving the hearing, that it's a direct relation to quality of life. If you can hear well and you can see well and communicate with your loved ones and family members, that's a direct bearing on your quality of life. And anything you can do to protect that, I think the public needs to know about it.
My mom, for instance, she has tinnitus, however you say it. I know there's different
tomato, right?
Yeah, exactly. Do you think that she's in her 60s, but could this, maybe her listening to stuff really loud back in the day, is that a possibility why she has this now?
Absolutely. Tinnitus is actually one of the early signs of potential problems with hearing. It's one of the, sometimes it's just if there's not enough, if the hearing starts to drop down, there's not enough ambient noises to help mask out the blood moving around in the head. And sometimes high blood pressure, hypertension can create that ringing to be louder as well. So that's where, again, if your mom's 60, 65 years old, getting those screenings to find out what's going on. The first step is just identifying what the problem really is, and then come up with proper, informed decisions or informed techniques or procedures to correct the problem.
And I want to ask you a little bit about, we're in the year 2023 and people are addicted to these phones. Yes. What would your advice be for people that are addicted to phones and listening to either phone calls or YouTube videos, Spotify, whatever?
I think that really paying attention to what I was mentioning earlier about the listen to music, and if say you listen to music and you realize you shut it off and it takes a little bit for your ears to recover, then you're listening to sound too loud. So it's a matter of just learning to identify with that symptom that can create potential, long-term damage. So if you're experiencing that temporary threshold shift, knowing that, hey, maybe we need to turn it down. And Apple has a program in there that helps you limit the amount of volume to limit that exposure as well. So it's a nice feature they have built into their settings. So I think my advice is really pay attention to them and take advantage of those features so you don't push the auditory system too far.
Well, I know we've only got a couple minutes left, but here on the news at 8:30, I love to dig deeper into the business side for Beltone. So talk a little bit, do you have any updates about new things that you guys are working on, any specials, et cetera, et cetera?
Well, I wasn't ready for that one, but yeah, we do have I just got done with a meeting that we're doing some promotions to help lower the cost of devices, because it can be quite expensive on there, and we do what we can to maintain it, but we got to keep our doors open and make a living and all. But we're able to do a promotion that gets a better level, higher level technology instrument for a cheaper price. And so we have those that we're working with, and the more successful we're at with those programs, the better potential we have to keeping those costs down. With the way the economy is, with the gas prices and grocery store and everything, everybody's hurting on that. And Melanie, my wife, and I were able to talk to Beltone Corporate about the things that are going in the Central Valley, and we were able to negotiate some really good prices that are right now effective till June 30th as our officially stopped to the promotion. But if we can make it successful, then maybe we can do it longer. So there's some exciting things on that. Technology has never been better. It's amazing that we have systems that when you get in a noisy situation, some of it's automatic, some of it you press a button and it actually zooms in on what you're looking at. So help push that background noise in the background. So there's some really cool technologies, ties into Apple phones. You can get phone calls streaming right into your ears. So be able to comprehend speech is just absolutely amazing with these devices. And they are available on the Android phones and a lot of them as well. So there's a lot of cool stuff that's in there, and it's not just the hearing people around. You can listen to podcasts, you can listen to Facebook videos and things like that right through the hearing aids as well, so it comes in crystal clear. So there's neat things all the way around, but key thing is making sure that we're catching it early enough and maintaining it. The key thing, the long-term better hearing is not an event, it's a process. So I like to think of myself as a hearing coach, and my player is my patient across from me. Any coach worth their salt has to bring their player to their potential. And you got to realize, if there is nerve damage in there, how much of it can we correct? How much of it can not be corrected? And developing those realistic expectations is key in reaching that patient's potential with their hearing.
I love it. Phone number, website. What's the best way for people to reach out to you if they have questions?
Well, really, our website is beltonetoday.com. We'll directly link in there. There's information on there. You can schedule an appointment for a free consultation to find out what's going on. We always offer that as just a discovery. And what we do is find out where the hearing loss is coming from. If it's something that can be treated with hearing aids, then great. If it needs to be a medical referral, then we'll get them on the right path that way. But on our website, it will show the locations that we're in. We're in Hanford, Visalia, Fresno, Modesto, and Sonora. So there's a big swath of area that we cover on that. And with the website, they'll be able to find out where we're at.
Beautiful. All right. Dennis, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate your time. Fascinating new study out there. And I know this is going to impact a lot of young people as well. So I think, paying attention to that is very, very helpful. So I'm going to call you our new hearing expert here on the news at 8:30. So I hope you can join us again.
Glad to do that. Glad to be of service. Anything we can bring awareness to hearing and taking care of it, you can count me in. I appreciate it.
All right. I'm Austin Reed. That's Dennis Thomas. You're watching My TV 53 News at 8:30. We'll be back with more right after this. Don't go anywhere.